I'm Richie Schwartz, and I am a pet photographer. I specialize in pets, dogs, cats, birds, reptiles, really anything. If you can get it in the studio, I can take the picture.
Okay. Okay, tell us what you do.
I do. A big part of my business is I work on location. So I used to do school photography, and so what I do now is the same sort of model where I go out into pet stores, Petco, PetSmart, and places like that, and we set up a studio, pretty much like what you see here. Everything is portable, and we'll put it out into the pet store. People come in by appointment, take their pictures, and that's how it works. It's really, I based it on the school photographer model. And this way I have, instead of just one location, one studio, I have about 40 different locations that I work at throughout the tri-state region.
So how long have you been in business?
I started taking pictures when I was a veterinary technician and a dog groomer in 1978 or 79. And around 1980 I was making more money taking the pet pictures of the animals I was grooming. So I left the animal hospital, and I've been a professional photographer since January 1980.
Okay.
I've been specializing in pets only for about 12 years. Okay, I have a pretty simple setup here today. Which I have the little dog couch, which I used to use for the kids. Now I use it for the dogs. And just two lights, main light and film light. And we're going to the trick to doing pet photography and animals is to get their attention. And so for me, I just use all different kinds of noises, and usually they'll perk up. You see, she turned her head right to me when I made the noise. I'm going to get a little bit better noise for her. She's used to some of these noises from earlier today. That always got some. The old Brooklyn Bronx cheer. Good. And sometimes we want the mouth open, sometimes we like the mouth closed, and at least this way there's a little variety. People can choose. Some people hate the mouth open, some people hate it closed. But in a photo session with a dog, I'll get it both open and closed.
Okay.
And I'm just going to change the position here a little bit. Let her lay down. See if we can just let her lay down.
Okay, so who was one of your influences?
Well, I think like a lot of guys, Ansel Adams was like, my idol. I just couldn't believe the photography he was doing. When I started, it was all black and white. It was really not much color film, and definitely I learned how to process my own film. I made a dark room in my parents' house, and we had a basement with a little bathroom and a bathtub in there, and I fixed it up as a dark room. And he was a big influence for me. I would say that also I was influenced a bit by Bruce Weber, who's doing fashion photography. I got a few years into doing that kind of work, and through a mutual friend I spent some time around him, and really like that. And there's a few in the beginning surfing photographers, and but if I had to just go for one person, I'd say Ansel Adams. Because even though he was doing landscape photography, the techniques that he used and the system that he used for determining what's good in the lighting, that's really just a foundation that I use the rest of my life.